Welcome back to the channel where we talk all things Longmont and surrounding areas. Before we get on with our Lyons Colorado map tour, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will be doing a few more of these map tours over the next few weeks of areas around Longmont, Colorado. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps keep me motivated to keep making these videos. So let's get on with our map tour today of Lyons, Colorado. And if you are thinking of moving to Lyons or any area in the Longmont area, I am a realtor with Realty, Haley Bartlett, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have. I get text, emails, phone calls from people just like you that watch this channel all of the time. More than happy to help. So Lyons, I love Lyons. It is such a great little town. It is about 10 minutes from Longmont if you keep going along 66. It is tucked away right at the bottom of the mountains. So here, let me show you. Here's Longmont. Interstate 25 is out here. And then you'll see Estes Park right here. So Lyons is about 30 minutes from Estes Park, if not a little bit less, depending on the weather. Beautiful drive into Estes. And of course, you have Rocky Mountain National Park and a whole lot of other state parks, national wilderness areas right at your doorstep if you live in Lyons. There are not a whole lot of homes in Lyons. It is a smaller area, as you can see. There are homes on the river. You have to be careful of flooding, and we'll talk a little more about that here in a bit. But let's kind of start just having a look at Lyons. You'll see the river runs through here. And as I just mentioned, it has flooded previously. You have all kinds of parks and restaurants. So your main route into here, 66, 36 into Maine. And then let's look at the restaurants because there are a lot of restaurants dotted along this small area. So La Mariposa is a Mexican restaurant and it is right as you come into Lyons. You have Julie's Thai Kitchen, the Lyons Dairy Bar, which is very popular, especially with travelers. And we'll talk about that traffic here in a second as well. That kind of happens seasonally and what it looks like. You have the Diner Bar, the Taqueria, Smokin' Dave's, which is another popular place if you're looking for barbecue. Oscar Blues is one of my favorites. I just ate there last Friday. I had the fish and chips because that's just what I was craving and it was delicious. That fish is amazing. The cod, thick bits of cod, and the batter is seasoned, so it's not just like fried fish. As an Australian, I'm a bit of a fish and chip connoisseur. It was delicious. You have the Rock Garden over here, which is a beer garden, and that is a cute little spot. And from what I saw on Friday, that also has a hotel right there across the street. Marigold is a little fancier restaurant. You have your pizza bar, and you have Moxie Bread Co., who make delicious bread. They had one in Louisville or Lafayette as well. That bread is delicious. And Main Stage Brewing, which I noticed as we drove through there the other day, and I need to stop there. I'm actually taking a girls' weekend in Lyons in February, which will be fun. So I will be checking out some of these places. This place, St. Vrain Market Deli and Bakery, has some of the yummiest sandwiches around. And then back to Moxie. You have some other bars, little bars and things within here as well. But they're all unique types of restaurants. You're not going to find a McDonald's or a KFC or anything like that in this area. Fun places to eat. Oscar Blues also has good beer, of course, because they are Oscar Blues. So that covers restaurants. Let's go look at the parks in Lyons, because for such a small area, there's quite a few parks. So Lyons Playground here, which is more of a kind of a natural area. You have Sandstone Park, which has, Sandstone Park has art installations like this. They have some metal kind of art installation and structures as well. And it's a cute little park. It's right across from Oscar Blues, beautiful mountain views, which you get from anywhere in Lyons. I just love Lyons. It's just a beautiful spot. So that is a fun park to visit. The other one, which is quite popular and you can do some tubing in, is Laverne Johnson, which is right here. So you have the river that runs through it, and as long as the river isn't rushing too much, you can definitely tube down that area. This is so fun for the kids. You can also camp there. So, if you live in Lyons or you live in Longmont or somewhere like that, and you don't want to go too far, but you want to take the kids camping, this can be a great spot to do that. Very picturesque. And they do have concerts and things there in the summer as well. And I believe a festival happens there each summer. We have a dog park here. Once again, beautiful views. A skate park. So if you're into skating, Rocky Mountains Botanic Gardens is right here. It's another park and fun thing to do in Lyons. And as you can imagine, with Lyons being so small, there's not a whole lot to do, but that is one of the great things. And then, of course, you have trailheads all around. So Hale Valley Ranch, Hall Ranch, Indian Lookout Mountain, Antelope Trailhead. You've got Steamboat Mountain up there. And then it just goes into open spaces, Hall Ranch open space, and there are just trailheads everywhere. South St. Vrain Park, hiking. If you love to hike on the regular, then Lyons can be a great place to live. And then this way you have Rabbit Mountain, which we love to hike when we're just looking for like 1 or 2 miles just to get out. That can be a great place to hike as well. So that kind of covers our parks and hiking areas. There's also a lot of hotels and places to stay. So if you have family visit often and you are thinking about buying in Lyons, it can be great. You don't have to buy a big house. It's hard to find big houses and they're very expensive in Lyons. But if you have family visiting, then they can just stay in these hotels, including this one, which is where I'm going to stay in February at the Wee Casa Tiny House Resort. So it is full of tiny houses. It is on the river. It is right by all the restaurants and everything. And you can pick the tiny house that you want to stay in. It was super fun looking through them all. And they're about $200 to $250 a night. And it can be a great place for family to stay if you don't want them to stay in your house, because it's not always fun having family stay in your house. So that's something to keep in mind if you are thinking about moving to Lyons. And while we're talking about this, let's talk about traffic. So as I mentioned previously, traffic can get quite heavy in the summer months. And that is because people are going through Lyons to get to Rocky Mountain National Park and Estes Park. I just got back from Estes Park. It was beautiful because it was so quiet and peaceful because it's the winter months. But in summer, the traffic comes through here and then goes on up to Estes and into Rocky Mountain National. So this gets quite congested because it is just one lane through the streets of Lyons and through where all the restaurants and the main street is. So keep that in mind. If you do decide to buy in Lyons, you might want to learn the ins and outs and roads around, if there are any. There's not a whole lot of roads you can see. Or you might just want to hibernate in the summer in your house. Let's see, more things to do. Spirit Hound Distillery, that's a cute little place where you can try different drinks and spirits. So that's great. I talked about the dog park and all of the hiking. So if you're going to live in Lyons, you're going to visit these little restaurants. You're going to do a lot of hiking. And then you are probably going to visit Rocky Mountain National or Estes Park, or you're going to go into Longmont to do your grocery shopping and, you know, the bigger things like that, because I'm not even sure there's a grocery store in Lyons. I don't think there is. I think the closest one will be back in Longmont, which isn't too far. There is a Walmart on 66. And then Longmont has your Target and all of your other grocery stores. Another fun place really close to Lyons is this Yaya Farm and Orchard. I went there last year for a tea party, but they do have apple orchards. You kind of have to, if you want to pick your own apples, you have to sign up months and months in advance to do that. Like January, February, they put out their sign-ups. But they have other things, like they have a little store so you can go and get apple cider donuts and all kinds of products that they sell. And then they do fun events like I was talking about, like that tea party. So that is a cute little place just outside of Lyons. I think that has a Longmont address. But cute things to kind of keep in mind. It is a little more rural, of course, and then mountainous. Those mountain views all around Lyons, so beautiful. Would I live in Lyons? Absolutely. All right, but I have a high schooler that is deeply ingrained in his high school, so I would not pull him out at this point. Talking about my high schooler, let's look at schools. There are 2 schools, well, 3 with the preschool. So you have a preschool, you have your elementary school, and then you have your middle senior high school, which is outside of town down here, but nothing is really too far away. Now, it was interesting when I went to get school ratings on great schools, the schools didn't come up. Lyons, Colorado didn't even come up. But these are going to be, you know, probably well-rated schools. Go ahead and do your own research to see what you think. But as you can see, you have the schools that you need. I'm sorry, I had to pause there for a minute because I had a fire truck going past the house. So we have covered the things to do, restaurants, schools. We're going to look at real estate in Lyons. So let's pull up what is on the market right now and to get an idea of pricing, and then what has closed. So our most expensive house in Lyons right now, as of December 2023, is this property, Silver Sage Lane. It is $2,795,000. Look where it is on the map of Lyons. Yep, it's on top of, in the mountain area. So you're going to have to get up those roads in snow and ice possibly to get to your house if you were to buy this house. I'm sure it's beautiful. I'm sure the views are beautiful. Give you an idea of what this home looks like. It's very pretty. I mean, I wouldn't mind sitting out there at night with the fire pit. So your mountain, definitely a mountain type of home. Those big, huge windows, big fireplace. Look like an inside exercise pool. Yep, pretty house. They don't show any winter photos, of course, but that is going to be $2,795,000, 4,290 square feet. And how much property is that on? Let's see. It is on 50 acres. So you have 50 acres surrounding you. That is amazing. Okay, I see where that price comes from now. Let's go look at one of the most affordable houses for sale right now. And it is it a house? It is an old shack, $185,000. I'm surprised you could even find anything for that price in Lyons. 1 bedroom. Whoa. It says 0 bathrooms. So I guess it needs a bathroom. It is a rustic cabin with an outhouse. So let's take a look. Oh yeah, it either needs to be pulled down and rebuilt, or it needs a lot of work, but it is on the river. Now, talking about houses on the river, flooding is definitely a thing. And the last big floods that happened, a lot of the houses that were right on the river without any type of elevation flooded. There was a lot of damage done. So it is something to think about when you're buying in Lyons. You may want to buy a little higher. Flood insurance is going to be expensive because of those last floods. Okay, so that was 185. Let's look at something around 530. So this is 1,440 square feet. It is a little cabin. Oh my gosh, it's cute. It has a fireplace. Could do with a little remodel, but very cute. So this is what around 500,000 is going to get you in Lyons. You've still got all these trees around you. Let's see what area of Lyons this is in. So it is up in the more mountainous areas too. And let's see what kind of space you have around it. So half an acre on this one for 530,000, 1,440 square feet. And then let's go look at what has actually closed of late. So 13 properties have closed in the last 60 days. This one closed for $1,295,000. You got your cabin vibes again. Big fireplace, pretty views. And this one was on 18 acres. And then let's look at something a little more moderate. So 265, 1,000 square feet, needs remodeling. Not surprising. They actually don't even show much of the house. It is on 0.62 of an acre, 3 bedroom, 1 bath, and it needs extensive repairs and is priced accordingly. Sold for $265, and then let's go look at something right in the middle. Hopefully this is helpful to you, just to give you an idea of what you are looking at. If you are thinking of moving to Lyons, then this is what you're going to get for the price. So 530, this one was 783 square feet. Let's see where it's located. So this looks like it's along the creek in a kind of neighborhoody area here in Lyons, and it looks like it may have been an Airbnb. So you could definitely live in this. You might want to do some updates, but you could for sure live in it. Pretty views. Ugh, just love it. I love it because you are not so far in the mountains that you feel kind of isolated, but you definitely have that mountainous feel. So 783 square feet, backs to the St. Vrain River, so you got to think about that again. But this gives you an idea of what to expect. So like I said, Lyons is smaller, the population 2,209 as of the 2020 census. I know some people did move after those floods, but I hope this information has been helpful. If you have any questions about Lyons real estate or anywhere surrounding Longmont and Lyons, I would love to help. Remember to like and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you for the next map tour.